Oh my gosh. So you guys are on the continent of Glyphin. After rescuing Ithamore, killing off some drow, meeting up with some type of demon goddess thing. You're not sure what it was. Actually, no, you're pretty sure it was a goddess. Or avatar at least. So, from the front lines, you traveled through the capital city of Murthor, heading towards the monastery of the Mirror Forge, the temple of the metal monks. On the way, you managed to rescue and escort as a let's call it a guest for the time being. Eri, there's many words to describe her. One could be sneaky, but she called herself an artificer. With her in the caravan, you guys made it towards one of the entrances, which led towards the crater or caldera, which was one of the entrances towards the Mirror Forge. Along the way, you met Mirif. Sorry, not Mirif. Morinth.
Orange.
One of the monks of the temple. Actually, an associate or friend to Seneca. And she spoke to you of the siege that had started against the monastery against by giants of the area. With you guys pushing forwards pretty quickly, you smashed through pretty much the entire force on that side, clearing out and killing what looked like some type of four-legged tentacle beast. And that's where we actually ended, with you guys standing on the precipice, looking down into the crater, where at the center is a rather meager-looking centerpiece of an iron platform with a central structure of what looks like hard wrought steel, placed around with ballistas, with many people manning them. And you see several other instances far in the distance on the other side of the crater, each having a very similar situation of either one of these creatures that you had slew or giants taking shots with boulders down towards the centerpiece. As we get back into the game, all of you are catching a breather for whatever time you can. Morinth is currently looking down at this scene in front of her. I would suggest if you want to loot them for whatever they may have, do it now. I need to get down there.
Yes, I suppose we should probably hurry up. Does anyone want to check the giants? Do you prefer the big ass tentacle monster?
I'll head back in the tunnel and check out the bodies we left back there.
Alright,
Yeah,
give me
we should probably-
investigation quick.
We should probably go talk to Serafina too, right? Because she's...
Right.
That's not a bad idea.
You might want to collect your carriage, yes.
Yes.
Oh, we'll have to move the rock out the way first.
Oh yeah. Shay's
Well, she was gonna
inspecting
take
it, yeah. She turns to you, break?
I'm just gonna pat her on the shoulder and say, "Show that rock who's boss," and head off to find the bodies.
I'm gonna try and go retrieve the carriage.
Alright, so you go towards the carriage as well.
Yes.
So half of you are going towards the carriage, some of you are joining Ulan to investigate.
So Savant is going to do what I was going to do in the last end of the last. I'm going
Grab
to
a
chop off
tooth,
a finger of every giant.
finger. Alright, so you go around doing that as well, while assisting with the investigating. As you've looted quite a few giants. Yeah, so the rest, they're going towards the carriage, which is Seneca and whoever else, doesn't matter. Yeah, you head towards the carriage, and you find the Seraphina sitting on the top of the carriage with Ares still in the back, waiting for your return. 14 and 12. All right. So you two investigating the giant bodies, which I believe were 4 of them.
I'm investigating the other bodies in the tunnel.
Okay.
The first fight.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna stay out on the caldera edge.
Okay.
I'm checking the carnage of the wall, basically.
Most of them are pretty empty. The Grimlocks, or the mutated gnome figures. Some of them weren't actually gnomes. Some of them were a little larger, probably dwarves. It's kind of hard to tell at this point. But none of them really had any, per se, coins. They had some stones on them, which looked like they had been slightly polished, as well as their clubs.
As in, like, ammo stones, or as in, like, trading currency stones?
Some of them look like they could be used to throw. Some have, like, a little bit of a pointed edge. Most of them just look like collecting stones.
I'll take them. I'll add them to my bag of rocks.
Alright, so it's about 12 stones.
Okay.
If you do loot the one giant that was in the tunnel.
Yeah.
And Savant points this out as well. Giants usually keep a pouch on their side of usually knickknacks or things they collect off travelers. This one is rather large. It looks like he had a few things inside. As you grab it, it's pretty heavy. It's like a basket basically for you to carry it. And inside is the smell is excessively strong, not just from the chaos of bloodshed and gore that's around at the moment, but just the bag itself smells of rot. Do you open it and have a look inside the bag?
Yeah, sure, I'll have a look.
Alright. Yeah, you open the bag and it's the smell wafts out, and Savant, you smell it as well, and you're pretty sure you know what's inside. As Ulan, you see a collection of bones, skulls, what look like pieces of armor that have been thrown in with it or attached to it, as well as a nice, quite a nice looking sword. It's a little bit rusted from being in this bag, but it's a pretty nice looking longsword.
Okay. I will.
Trophy bag.
And it's actually not a normal type of steel. It's actually almost green in tint, like a dark, kind of like a dark grey. But then when you have some light onto it, it kind of goes slightly green.
I would like to. First of all, I'd like to upend the bag onto the floor,
All right.
just in case I missed anything. And then I'm going to
Bones
use.
and whatever was left of muscle comes out onto the floor as a mess of citric acid and
Okay.
other
Pleasant.
solutions.
And then I will use the giant's loincloth to like wipe the sword off a bit, and then put it in the bag of holding.
All right. Put in one green tinted longsword for the time being.
2 notes. There we go.
So can I get 4 giant knuckles?
Oh yeah, definitely. Actually, give me a survival check, just to do the work. Do you even have a? You must have a knife or dagger, right?
I have a hand axe. Does that work?
That would work, considering how thick some of their bones are. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I can't use a knife for this.
And a 20, yeah. Pretty easily, you just go through each of their fingers, and actually looking at their flesh as you cut it, it's rather rough in texture, rougher than usual, especially for these stone giants. It looks like they've either been underground for a long time, or haven't been eating very well. As you kind of just cleave off fingers. Are you going for pinky fingers for just the size, I guess?
The knuckles of the ring fingers, because
Okay. Yeah.
why not?
And you can collect from, I guess, from all three.
What was the 4 of them? No, it was 3 of them.
There's three. One wounded and 2 at the front.
One of everyone.
Okay. Seren, you said you were at on the ledge, precipice.
Yeah.
Are you looking around as well?
Yep.
All right,
Do
give
you want me
me
to roll?
a investigation as well. Whoa,
That's
damn.
not atrocious.
that
for
is
me.
pretty good. All right. Yeah, looking at the 2 giants, they also have these quite large pouches on their side, and as you get closer to each one, you can definitely have the sense of that's definitely a body. As you've just dealt with death for so long,
Yep.
it has that stench. Although there is kind of small protrusions, kind of poking out of what looks like sharp wood, bits of metal sticking out from the pouch itself. Do you want to look inside them as well?
Yeah.
All right. So in the first one, you open it up, and it is indeed what looks like a what's left of what could be called a body. Pieces of bone, most of them are snapped. The flesh is actually already fallen off and is piled at the bottom, leaving this kind of wet marking. And there seems to be some type of movement down there, possibly from maggots. The protrusions, however, were 2 spears,
Okay.
which you pull out, and the tips are black, of actual metallic black.
Darren, that is disgusting.
I know, but look at these cool spears.
And the actual ends of the spears definitely have been soaking in the fluids, so those
Awesome.
need cleaning.
I'll kill the next giant with infection.
Basically, yeah. You check in the second one,
That's one
and
way to
it's
kill them.
again similar situation. This one's slightly older, so there isn't much of a decay anymore. It's now just slush, basically, at this point.
Even better.
Um,
Awesome.
the bones completely in pieces. You're not even sure which type of bones they were at this point. And inside you find what looks like 2 throwing hammers.
Ooh.
Of what look like just pretty decent looking steel, with some carvings.
Anything in particular on the carvings? Like
Not
dwarven
really.
runes? Okay.
There is some dwarven runes on it, but yeah, that's nothing of serious note. You can tell.
Okay.
The large creatures that you that's kind of basically sitting in the center of this precipice.
Right.
The body itself almost reminds you of. Actually, give me a nature check. I know you don't have it, but so just be intelligence, basically.
Darren, once again, that is disgusting.
Oh,
Ah, damn it! The other die was 20. Fuck.
it was 6.
Yeah, no, I
You're
have
not
it.
really sure what type of creature this, but this definitely was a creature before
Wow.
whatever happened to it.
Wow, it was a.
It was. Now
God,
it's
my intelligence astounds me.
definitely some type of abomination at this point.
Well, at least it
Okay.
was one creature, not
So
a couple of
it
creatures.
wasn't born this way. It was mutated like the other things were.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
that-
Yes. There's now Lady Gaga in my head. God
There
fucking
you go.
damn it.
Born this way. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much what you can find. There may be coins inside the slush, but
I will poke around with a spear. I'm not touching it.
yeah,
There
that
is
smell,
stuff.
that smell is gonna stay. Aaron, are you just watching this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that smell is gonna stay on you for a while.
It's like,
Awesome.
you're watching something really disgusting, but you cannot really look away.
Yeah, that's about right.
The thing that I'm actually pretty sure that there's going to be a couple of coins on this body. Because now I remember I used coins to actually hurt them, and I didn't.
You threw one coin and picked it up.
I did pick it up. Okay,
Yeah,
fantastic.
I picked it up for you.
Great.
So yeah, the rest of you went back towards the cart and collected Serafina and Eri, as well as Lag in the cart, bringing them forwards. Doing so, you just hear this loud of further down the tunnel for where you guys are going.
Oh.
The rest of you at the precipice see Shay pretty much cleave it in half with the staff. Actually, I'll roll just to do a make sure. Yeah.
I give her a little applause.
As it's pretty much cracked straight down one part of it. As she actually been inspecting it for a fractured point, and basically had broken it in half into two pieces, which basically just went against the wall. And she kind of just gives a small chuff. It's like, and then walks over towards the ledge where Morinfish is waiting.
As Sun comes back after, well, going to shop the other some knuckles of the other giants. Søren, do you remember what I was talking about, having a low on bolts?
Yeah. Oh, take mine.
This would be a
I
perfect
can't
time to
save
exchange
him.
some bolts.
Yeah. I'll give him. I think I only used 2 shots.
During the fight, yes.
Yeah, so I've got 18 bolts. You can have those.
Cool.
All right then.
Thank you. We'll definitely pay back.
No, don't worry about it.
Team trading.
Ranged, not so much my abilities.
As
Unfortunately, rather.
as it's happening,
It did work during the wall.
the cart
Yeah.
returns with it was Senator. You went to pick it up,
Yeah.
and I think it was just you. As
Probably
Serafina
Elon is
returns.
well on the way back through the tunnel.
I would have
Mm.
basically interrogated Seneca about what happened.
And I would have just gone, yeah, there were giants and
As you see the chaos.
huge creature with tentacles coming out of the ass. It was rather disturbing just because of the ass part, not really
It was
tentacles.
out of his back, but sure.
Yeah, well, we called him ass tentacle monster, like the whole session last time, so, I mean, I'm sticking with that.
As Serafina, you just see this chaos of those creatures that you had slain that were attacking Ares' caravan, as well as stone giant, 3 stone giants, completely slain, which definitely looks like the work of the rest of your party.
Yeah, I'm looking around to basically make sure everybody is alive.
Oh, are we gonna take any basilisk blood?
Oh, and there was 3 basilisks.
We know one had no puncture wounds because it got beaten to death.
Yes, one is definitely straight up bleeding and just pools of blood over the floor.
That poor basilisk. They never had a chance.
They did not, unfortunately.
Anyone gonna take
You
it
do
apart?
have the chance while the caravan is moving through to collect some if you need to. Do you even have vials?
I have one empty healing flask.
That would work.
Ooh,
So you
I'm gonna
managed to
use-
collect, I'd say with the 2 ones that aren't completely chopped into pieces, yeah, you managed to collect a full minor vial or minor potion of basilisk blood. So you can mark that down. Alright, you've got everything you need. We need to get down there. As she's kind of just leaning over the edge at this point. We can make our way down. You may want to leave the caravan down here, unless you intend to ride it down. Which, actually,
How much time has passed?
considering getting the caravan and bringing it forward, it's probably only about 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't that
That's
far
not
behind.
Okay. So not long enough for a short rest then.
No.
That's a shame.
Actually,
Um,
I agree with that.
Marv's just watching. It doesn't look too bad considering the giants themselves are actually holding place. So they're not actually moving down the caldera just yet. And there isn't much damage currently to the ballistas or the actual platform structure itself. As whatever boulders do get close are either stopped from an assault of the ballistas themselves or various other things that go out and strike them, or they just completely miss. Giants don't have great aim.
Sorry.
Mm.
Is there a way we can bring the cart down? We just have to leave it here. Like, is there a road the cart can pass through?
There is, as you actually you know this as well. Get against the side of this precipice. It is a small pathway that leads down in a spiral, but it's a very long spiral that goes all the way around, and then spirals down towards the base or
So it would
towards the
take-
center.
It would take some time. for
It's
the-
a little bit more of the traditional route, but I would probably prefer direct route on this one.
I mean, we can go through the direct route. Someone could bring the cart down.
All right.
And I look towards Ari inside the cart.
Me?
You, yes, you. Can you drive the cart? Do you know how to drive a cart?
Sure.
All right. Are you going to steal the cart?
Would you be able to stop me if I did?
Yes. And if
Oh.
anything happens to the car or to Steve, I will find you and turn you into shoes.
His name's actually Lag, I'm pretty sure.
Sorry. God damn it.
Steve is
Okay,
the
adorable.
boss, we don't
I'm
have-
getting nostalgic for
Steve
an
is his
old friend.
nickname.
I call everything Steve. You know this better.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna steal your steed or Lag or...
I said Steve,
Calvin.
that's what I said. That's right.
Well,
Oh,
just
right.
make sure it's safe down there so I can actually, well, make it there safely. That would be great. Also, good
How
luck
big?
back there.
How big is the ball?
The what?
Like how
The
big?
caldera.
Oh,
Yeah,
the caldera. It's probably... Oh, you're looking probably a mile across.
Okay. Not yet. I need some bigger artillery pieces.
As yeah, you just hear the sounds of these boulders being rolled down the hill, and several blisters in the distance in the center just go.
How deep is it?
Oh, yeah,
It's not as deep as it is wide. It's quite a shallow bowl, but it's still rather deep in comparison. It's roughly basically from the surface that you guys can see. You're looking at roughly. I'm not sure what it would be in feet, but you're looking around 300, 400 feet deep.
Okay.
And you guys are about midpoint, so around 200 meters, which is calculator.
I know what I'm gonna do, and it's stupid, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
I have
gonna
a stupid
jump
idea
down.
too. No,
200
I kind
meters
of want
in
to
feet.
ride a shield down like a sled.
Well, even better than just jump down, because I have the
Okay.
leap on the wind ability now. I can basically like zip line down on thin air.
You're looking at 650 foot.
That's fine.
Yeah. Feet. Foot, feet.
Feet.
But yeah. As Marv's just like,
God damn it. If I had ammo, I could shoot the whole distance. Damn it.
And what's waiting for us at the bottom?
the platform where you see several people with ballistas, which Seren can at least tell. They're definitely dressed in
Monk clothes.
monk clothes. Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
just we're just trying to get to them. That's all.
That's
Okay,
what Marv
fine,
is
like-
suggesting. Yes.
Ulan is just gonna run to the edge of the crater, jump, and then holding the impact stuff above his head, like the bars of a zip line, is just gonna like zoom down.
Well, glide down, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You just.
Right then. Well, direct route it is.
All right. That was one way of doing it. As Ulan just starts gliding down.
Yes, I mean, I
Glenn?
could jump down.
Did you say Ulan or did you say Glenn? Because it sounds like either of my characters.
I said Ulan is gliding
Okay,
down. So
I genuinely heard Glenn.
So
I was like,
you two are terrible.
that's exactly what.
Yeah.
I did that, but I knew him and Glenn.
So what is everyone else doing? Ulan's just gone.
Shit. I
Follow his
don't-
lead then.
I can't do that. I'm
um,
good. I'm not that
no.
good.
Is
I
it a
mean-
slope, right?
It is. It's a sheer slope, but it's still a slope. Yeah. It's not a cliff. It is still a
Okay,
slope.
Savant is gonna do something heroic. He's gonna use the shield as a sledge and use like woo.
All right. Give me a acrobatics.
Are you surfing down or are you like sitting on your butt on a shield?
Sitting on my butt. I'm not
Okay.
fucking Legolas. Over
You're not like
there.
a last okay.
Okay. Give me a acrobatics. And Saren, I heard you were going to do something similar.
Yeah, but
Double
Ulan
19.
went already, and my shield is in the portable hole, so I can't.
You
Oh.
were gonna deface your brother's shield.
I was thinking
By-
about it, but I wouldn't actually go through with it now.
For shame.
For
Yeah,
shame.
well.
Yeah. So, Savan, double 19. Yeah. Well done. Yeah. You just hop off, pull the shield underneath you, and using the grips instead as holders, you just hit the ground. You go fast. You catch up to Ulan pretty quickly as he's directly
I
above you.
remember, I have a brass encrusted shield. There's a lot of sparks coming right now.
Yeah, considering the ground itself is kind of a volcanic crater, the stones themselves do create some sparks as you traveling down. You can definitely feel your shield is getting a little thinner the further down you travel, but it's you're
It
keeping
was
your
already
hold,
buckled.
and
It's
you're
fine.
not falling, which is important. The rest of you,
We are 600 feet up, right?
pretty much from the
Roughly,
bottom. Yeah.
yes. Which would be a fuck ton of damage if I directly jump down, right?
You could technically slide if you really wanted to, because it's still a slope. It's not a cliff, so you wouldn't fall. You would just have to keep your balance running down. Or sliding.
Sure. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Try to slide down, much as I can, and as soon as I am within like, what would it be?
What would it be?
Hang on a second. I can reduce 40 points of damage. So, essentially, as soon as I am like 60 meters from 60 feet from whatever we're trying to reach, I'm just gonna go jump and slow fall down.
All right, give me acrobatics as well. Sure.
Alex, I should be good at those, but you know my rolls. And this was with advantage. 6 and 6.
Oh, 6 and 6. Okay, never mind. It's still decent. You're kind of stumbling a little, but you're not falling head over and starting to tumble. So you're managing to keep your balance enough that you're not gonna like fall on your ass and just start rolling down this hill, which would be very painful. As you notice, these rocks they're pretty spiky, either from erosion from the wind or whatever. This is definitely some type of obsidian stone. And you just start running down, almost sliding in parts of it as you lose some of your footing. Yeah. Aaron, Serafina. You guys are watching these people just jump off the edge.
Oh my god, they're so.
Hey guys, should I conjure a spiritual weapon in the form of a tower so that I can slide down as well?
Do it.
Yes.
As Morinth actually throws out a chain onto what looks like a hook on the edge and just abseils off with one of her chains.
Is there? Oh god, there is no good way to do this.
Don't make a
Bottom.
tower shield, make a bobsled.
Not a weapon.
A
Use
spiritual
shield as a weapon.
bobsled.
Bobsled weapon. If it was bladed, I guess could be a
Well, they have
weapon.
blades underneath.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm summoning a rowboat. Fuck you guys.
Okay, please tell me how a rowboat can be used as a weapon, Aaron.
You use it for kamikaze
Weapon
strikes on
bludgeon
ships.
I mean, if it has like what was it called?
If it's like a trireme with a ram on the front.
Yeah, ram on the front.
Okay, yeah, so it's a ramming.
Just make a battering ram and just straddle the battering ram as you go down.
With wheels.
It's not gonna have wheels, but it is a sled, which you do create, and there is a seating portion with a little divot, which would be good enough for you to seat on. It is obviously spectral in its nature, so you're not sure how long it's going to keep you there, but it is solid enough that you can interact with it.
Wait, that actually happened?
If you're doing it, yeah.
Andy,
Yes.
poking through what I dumped out of the giant's baskets, is there anything that looked like pieces of armor or broken shields or anything?
There was definitely pieces of armor, yes.
Anything big enough to stand on?
There was a chest plate.
Taking it.
Yeah.
I'll surf down.
Alright, you are on this very smelly piece of
This is not going to end well at all.
steel. Are you going to stand or sit on it?
Stand.
Stand. Oh,
Okay.
adventurous. Alright, give me an acrobatics.
Oh god.
As
Serafina are going with me. I think you would
yeah,
fit no
Serafina.
problem.
As Ari is just like preparing her way down on the front carriage.
No.
Oh!
That was an actual one.
All right then. So, Serafina, you watch as the last person of the team hops off with this piece of armor and goes face first, almost like a sled bed, like a sled, down the side, and then you hear the slamming, and then you hear more slamming, and then you hear what is less than slamming and just more of thudding as stones begin to pick up as a ball of metal, which is fortunately that you're wearing armor, begins rolling down the hill, pretty much head over heels down the hill, following you guys.
Shit.
Can I try to slow down?
Saren, just give me one more.
I'm way too fucking amused.
Give me a dex save. Otherwise, this could be very painful.
Ow!
I'm assuming
Ow.
she's sort of in free fall.
She is pretty much in free fall as she's begun rolling and picking up speed as she's just tumbling down this hill.
Oh, this
He's
is gonna
faster than us, guys.
It would,
Guys,
He's gonna catch up with us.
Do you think I would reduce the impact if I cast Hold Person on her and she's just stiff?
technically, it does stop gravity,
People-
so
They do
yes.
stop people.
Yeah.
I'm just
She would be right behind.
I'm just worried about the
She's directly
keyboard.
behind you, and you can hear this happening because
Yeah,
your perception's high enough.
Yeah, technically, doesn't hold person reduce their movement speed to 0?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does.
It doesn't specify like. For,
It doesn't block him into
Yeah.
play. I mean, essentially, it just paralyzes them. Essentially.
Alright, so Aaron, you react to this and turn around, seeing her rolling down this hill, just uncontrollably. You're gonna do hold person.
My
Okay.
God.
Alright, Saren, give me a wisdom save.
Please fail this one. Yep.
Okay. As you feel your body just start rolling down, and you have no way of actually feeling which way is up or down, you feel this like weird tingling in the side of your head as immediately your body just freezes, and Aaron, you see Saren just completely, pretty much upside down, freeze in midair.
Oops. That's gonna be
As like
painful when
her
I'm
arms
remembering.
are slightly outstretched, her legs are like one way and then the other way. Her neck is like to the side, and she's just frozen in midair with
do
these
I see
bindings.
this as well?
You're just like casually floating down, watching everything happen. You turn around, and yeah, you see.
I'm gonna expend some charges from my amulet and cast Entangle around D.
Okay, sure. Technically,
Well,
she auto fails, so yeah.
From like her downwards, obviously.
Okay.
So that she like has to fall through the Entangle.
Sure. She's not that far off the ground. She's about 5 feet off the ground currently. However, currently, D, you've. Oh, that's a lot. For every 10 feet. Considering you've probably fallen about. Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
So you're not raging, so you take 41 points of bludgeoning damage. Well, it's bludgeoning and piercing from the falling, and this is only from 100 feet. Fortunately, you got saved from hold person. Less than a sixth of the way, so you're okay. You do entangle from just your gliding position.
Yeah.
Saren is currently held, so she auto fails strength saves. I'm pretty sure. As these vines out of the ground just come out of this really dark-looking earth and stone, and just spring up and grab around Saren's torso. Basically, she's upside down. Currently restraining her for the time being, on top of the whole person.
Welcome
Aaron,
to your hentai nightmare.
Aaron, you're still sliding down technically.
Yep.
So the range of
60
whole
feet.
person is 60 feet, so you pretty quickly leave the area. I'm not sure. Actually,
Spiritual weapon is not concentration.
it's not concentration. I'm not sure what the range. If there's a range restriction on hold person.
I'm not sure you have to keep
No.
within the range.
I don't think it is.
Once
Okay, so you
cast
can actually
it-
keep it as long as you need
Yeah.
to. Okay.
I mean, it's probably 1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Okay, so you keep on sliding down, watching this happen. You're keeping hold of her. You can release her whenever you need to.
She can do wisdom saves as well.
She can do wisdom saves, which sure. Saren, as you've managed to kind of understand where you are at the moment, as you feel gravity kind of return to normal, you definitely realize you're upside down currently, as
Okay.
this wonderful dark ground is now sprouting green tendrils which are holding you up, as well as
Awesome.
these glowing vines.
Important when passion stop moving.
Actually, yeah, Evermore, how are you getting down? Actually, because you're watching this as well.
You might see you.
I don't recommend my method.
I'm gonna sort of like slide down, skid down to try and get to her to administer aid.
All right, you're going to do the same thing
No,
Synergy
I'm
did.
not gonna do like reckless sort of.
You're just going to try
halfway
and.
between sliding and skidding down.
Okay, give me. Yeah, this will be acrobatics as well. Serafina, you still haven't chosen anything to do yet. You're just watching this horrible thing happen. You're just like.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm still
Yeah.
over half health.
Okay.
I don't know what the problem is.
I jump on the card with Harry.
I
Good
would
choice.
like to point out 3 giants 2 basilisks and whatever
No
the monster
damage,
was.
and I
No
take
problem.
damage from falling.
A fucking slope.
Well, we're adventurers after all.
Yeah. As
You know
Ithamore,
what they say that
Start
dwarf
the
girls can't
hardest.
jump, so...
as Ithamore begins sliding down on his ass, catching up to where Seren is. Ithamore, give me a dex save as well, as you're not picking up too much speed, but you are uncontrollably sliding down at the moment. 14. Okay. You still have 24 points as you catch up to where Seren is, and you do actually manage to stop yourself by kind of grabbing into the side of the dirt and bring yourself to a slow stop as you just...
How badly is Seren hurt?
Seren?
I was at full, but I'm at 49 now.
Okay. Just halfway.
After the 41. Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm gonna sort of scramble over to it carefully and lay on hands for 25 points.
Alright,
Oh,
25.
thank
As Serafina jumps into the back of the caravan with Eri.
I can sit on the front with him.
Okay, you two, yeah, sit in front.
She's the cat not going over the edge.
After I've laid on hands, I'm gonna sort of carefully clamber down. So
Okay.
not slide, just go cautiously down so I don't fall again.
Alright, so basically you're going to start climbing instead, so give me athletics instead. As you instead just get lower and start like crawling way down. Double 17. Yeah, 22. Nice. Yeah. As you start taking it a little bit slower, you can feel the strain in your muscles as you begin to like use your hands as well to kind of give you some extra grip as you start making your way down. It's going to be slower, but you are going to start making your way down there as well.
As soon as I saw Ithamore do something to Seren, I'm gonna release her.
Okay. As Seren, you feel the bindings that are around your feet and chest kind of loosen. The tendrils are still there, but you feel yourself kind of gradually make your way down towards the ground. The tendrils are still holding you, which I think is grappled or restrained.
Strength. It's a strength check.
Oh, okay.
And I believe it's restrained, yeah.
It's restrained.
Hang on, let me click the button.
It also makes it like difficult terrain or something.
Yes, that was what I did it for. I
Yeah.
figured it'd slow her down.
Yeah. So yeah, the ground is currently holding you in place for the time being. So you can, give me a strength check to break these vines, as you've now pretty much gotten control of where you are. Okay, yeah, no, easily. You just pull one of the vines out of the way and just easily gives way, as you kind of just sit on your ass on the ground and kind of right yourself up. As you see everyone just casually just like sliding down, one person gliding, and Ithamore, who's beside you, starting to like slowly make his way down.
I'll follow Ithamore.
As this is happening, Ulan, you're pretty much you're about 100 feet away, slightly higher than the platform itself. Savant, you're pretty much you've started just picking up speed. Actually, give me a dex save actually, because you've been picking up speed as you've been traveling down.
Dex save? Okay.
Yeah,
This is not gonna go well.
We'll see.
As I said.
Okay. Do you have hero points?
I did level up, so yes.
Except we've not had a long rest yet. So.
You haven't.
So no.
So yeah, you've been sliding down, picking up a decent bit of speed. It's starting to level out. So you're not at terminal velocity yet or anything. But you're reaching this platform, which is it's not a platform.
I'm just seeing Saran just spinning around on his shield, just sparks everywhere, seeing nothing where it's going.
No, it's pretty straightforward. As you do have a good control of where you're heading. It's just the stopping part you didn't think about. As you start reaching the platform itself, you're pretty much going to collide with the platform.
This seems oddly familiar to do stuff I do during
considering that's gonna hurt.
Well, I didn't take any damage before, now I'm gonna take all the damage.
Yeah, you're gonna take a bunch of damage. Yeah, as you just straight into the side of the this metallic structure. You managed to collide slightly with your shield. As you had some control of the shield, as you were sliding down, just the stopping, you didn't have brakes. Next time, add shield brakes to the shield. As you basically careen into the side, unfortunately, the structure of the platform was circular, so you didn't slam directly into it. You kind of hit it to the side and clambered onto the floor. As Senator, actually, you were sliding down as well.
Yes. Do I need to make a save too?
You will need to actually give me a strength save on this one, actually, because you're just using your muscles to stop.
Strength save.
Yes.
I'm decent at those.
Okay. No, that's enough. As it begins to level out, it goes more into a run instead of sliding. And as you reach the bottom, you reach the base level. You're pretty exhausted. It was basically exercise at this point, but you can feel the burning sensation on the bottom of your feet. And the platform in front of you, the ballistas, you can just about see the underneath of them being reloaded again. And Savant's currently on the floor with his shield, which is pretty bright red on the bottom.
Someone wants to make eggs?
Yeah. Who else? Savant.
I got a frying pan.
Aaron. Ooh, Aaron.
Hello.
Actually, you have control of the thing. Give me a wisdom check, as you're controlling this with your mind. So.
I'll use like, I don't want to be dirty.
All right. Yeah. 16 plus 3. Yeah, 19. Wow. As you start coming down as well, behind Senator, you probably passed him actually at this point. You just you start making it lift up slightly to slow it down, and just come to a very gentle kind of cruise as you reach the bottom of the platform as well, seeing the mess of dirt and gravel that's been thrown up everywhere, and you just nicely park and hop off.
Can I take this opportunity to casually drop from the sky into a superhero landing?
Onto the platform, sure.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, you just with slow fall, I guess. Yeah, and just casually 3-point landing on the center, and
with the staff held in like a badass position as well.
We're just
and
not
then
even a thud, it's just
everyone else, and I'm like, oh good.
As you're now actually on the platform itself, surrounded by dozens of monk figures, all in these dark grey, basically gis, all with rolled up sleeves, well past their elbows, of dark tan skin, several races, all kind of running around with these ballista bolts of heavy iron, and loading them into these crossbows you see across the platform. All from humans, dwarves. Some of them pay attention. One of them that was closer to the center, around this large structure, turns towards you, who's actually a dwarf as well. Who are you?
I'm Ulan. I'm with Senegir. He's that cloud of dust and gravel over there. We came to help.
She turns to look and sees this mess of people traveling down.
We're the ones that killed the wee critter with the butt tentacles, and the giants that were up on the ridge and everything on the way. And Morinth, we met Morinth outside. She said you needed help. Hello.
You met Morinth, and you dealt with one of the creatures. Great. All right, get out the way. We've got to deal with the other three. Lord onto the west side. As she starts pointing orders and just moves around you currently.
Ulan just awkwardly backs out of the way, over to where Aaron is.
As you see off the edge of the platform, which doesn't really have much of a ledge, it kind of just has these, they're almost like steps, and you can see down the rest of your group. Well, some of your group. The rest of them are still making them down. But actually, Seren, you're unrestrained and making your way down.
Yeah.
I imagine you're going to do the same thing as Ithamore.
Yes.
Okay, give me a
one round of stupid
athletics.
stuff for me.
Yeah, give me an athletics.
Oh God.
This is your strong suit, so yeah.
That's
okay,
better.
18. As yeah, you just follow behind Ithamore, who's kind of just grabbing into parts of the stone. It's basically like reverse rock climbing, and you follow behind until you make your way to a slightly leveler ground, and you just begin to start walking down. As yeah, you're not going to take part in any of this finagled sliding. These monks. Actually, considering that Shay probably jumped as well and did slow fall. Actually,
she wouldn't be able to do slow fall the way that I can.
No. Actually, considering I'm going to do one of those checks. As she's going to actually rock slide.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. As she actually takes a piece of the boulder and basically rock slides down on that. She's not. Okay. She's better with rock than metal.
Shay gets a high five as well. So that was pretty badass.
Actually, she needs to stop as well. Can she stop?
Yeah.
She did stop.
She stops in like poses and there's a shaft of light coming down perfectly.
She just skids into the high five.
And she skids.
Stops at a perfect position.
Pushes some boulders to the side, just like a of pebbles and such, and it's just like pow. It's like again.
Maybe later.
She's covered in dust from going down, but you know.
Savan looks up at the hill again. Next time, I'm going to get to your hill.
Eventually,
need to work on the
rest of you make it down, apart from Serafina, who's following with Eri in the caravan, and just watching this all happen from the window.
I do not have that many hit points.
You just watch, just like falls, slides. These just clouds of dust you see going down this hill, as you begin making your way around the Sphere.
It's a cloud of dust and sparks.
Yeah, it's
dust, sparks, and blood. It's all that happens.
It's minus 1 HP from the cloud.
It's not subtle. Yeah.
When I get to the bottom, I look around and see, is anyone hurt?
Savant is pretty hurt.
How buckled is my shield for hitting a wall?
The shield's gonna need some work. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You're probably gonna need a new shield actually at this point.
Yeah, I'll help him to his feet and burn 20 points of lay on hands to heal him back up.
Alright. Gain 20 hit points.
Whereabouts is Morinth?
Very significant.
Morinth has actually been using some of the shards of rocks as hook points for the chains.
Alright.
And it seems she does this usually to get up, and now she's doing it to get down instead.
So she's basically Spider-Manning.
Basically, yeah. It's a little slower than that, but yeah.
Legend of Korra metal benders.
Basically, yeah. But with chains instead of rope. Not rope, wire. But yeah, she makes her way down after you guys. Well, I wouldn't say that was subtle, but
You said quickly.
it was definitely quickly. Good job. We need to get up. And she leads you actually underneath the platform, where there's a spiral staircase which goes both up and down, but leads you up to the top where Ulan is. Master Desmi, where are you? And Ulan, actually, you see the dwarf that had spoken to you previously turn around. Marlin? Are
And,
these people that you brought? And Senator?
Hello, I'm Aaron.
Yes, he's Haran. This is Serin. Ulan,
I'm still Ulan. Yeah.
Yes, you already met. Iltimo and Savan. Am I forgetting anyone? No, because she's not. Rafina's not here yet.
Am I forgetting anyone?
I was gonna say, how long do they get around?
Well, Desmi, White Iron, one of the masters here of the forge. As you can tell, we're in a bit of a spot of trouble at the moment. I appreciate that you dealt with one of them. We've got a couple more to deal with. We've been holding them off for the last couple hours. Fortunately, they haven't managed to push forwards. As you notice, the ballistas are still currently firing into the distance. Most of them haven't been able to travel very far. Coming from the stairs, you hear footfalls of more people coming up. Also bring in what looks like more bolts. As well as a little gnome. A figure comes up as well. Savant, you recognize him.
Oh.
Get out the way. If they're talking about distance, I can deal with them. He pulls out a similar weapon to Savant's, of a long-barreled rifle. Give me a target.
Savant is gonna say, as he's holding his burning or melting shield slightly to the side. Hopefully, I'm not the target this time. If he even recognize me.
And it gives you this kind of blackened smile, as most of his teeth is just covered in soot, as well as most of his face.
It goes in family, okay?
Where's your gun?
Well, on me, but I'm out.
As he kind of pats himself down, and he's got like bags on this little gnome body. It's ridiculous. You can't barely see his hair, as it's all kind of pulled back and then covered with it's basically a towel kind of wrapped on the back like a do-rag. And his face is very similar to Savant's, kind of just blackened with ash and soot. From either from a forge or from explosions of something. Of a pretty wrinkled gnome figure, but his bags are on his shoulders, his arms, his legs, his back, his hips. He even has some on his ankles. And he kind of just like pats himself down. It's like, here. And he kind of throws you one of the satchels, Savant.
I tried to catch it.
Okay. You can catch a satchel, I hope.
Okay. I guess it's ammo.
Yeah, you look inside and there is 30 pieces.
What type of ammo, though?
Of standard rounds.
The musket balls.
Musket balls.
Cool.
I hope that'll be good for you. Desmi. This is one of my prodigies. You should be able to assist in the the fighting.
Hope.
I hope you all will be able to assist. Otherwise, you're standing around.
We'll certainly help in any way we can, but the fight against one of those critters took a fair bit out of us.
Well, can you load a ballista?
If somebody tells me how to.
Is this something Saren might already know?
It's basically a larger crossbow, so yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, can Savant run over and like...
I mean,
I'll go help.
I think I probably know how to, since I've been,
Yes, if you've been here, you definitely know.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you have training in crossbows, or even bows, it's a similar principle. There's just a little bit more mechanics. Loading, though, you can definitely assist with.
Ulan will just insert himself into like the convoy line of carrying the ammo, and just like use his speed to get ammo back and forth quickly.
All right. Considering you're assisting other monks, yeah, you join in pretty quickly into the speed of things. Actually, slightly faster, just because level wise. And actually, yeah, because most of these are dwarves, gnomes, so they do have shorter steps than you. So yeah, you join in with these, and then they actually lead you downwards towards the main forge area, which you catch the heat very quickly, as it's definitely two extremes of being outside in the fresh, cold air, and then coming down to this forge of blistering plus 30, almost 40-degree heat. And you look around, and it's this circular feel again of this giant chamber of forges, all attached to the central point of the staircase where you're going up and down. And you can see below a similar feel of Murthor, of this lava pool underneath, which seems to be actually heating the forges from underneath. And they lead you towards where they're actually creating these ballista arrows, bolts, while actually producing and then bringing them up. It's exceedingly quick. Usually, you'd imagine making anything usually takes a couple of hours. They're making them in minutes. As some of them actually twisting the metal in their own hands, not even using tools. Actually, how is everyone else assisting in this?
I'm not.
I asked the person in charge, do you have any wounded?
Yes, head downwards and meet with Master Durant. He's helping with some of the wounded. Fortunately, it's not many, but in the first assault, some of them were caught.
I turned around and say, Master Aaron, should we assist?
Of course, let's go.
Alright, you are led down by one of the other monks, who's supposed to be joining in with the carrying of bolts, but as Ulan seems to actually be doing his job better than him, he escorts you to seems to be just a common area, which has been made into a first aid area for several people with, looks like, bludgeons, small cuts. Some of them seem to have some bruising and some cracking of the bone, it seems, as they've got wrappings. You can join in there and mend, even use some healing points if you need to.
What's the current range?
Cure wounds 4 times on the foremost wounded.
Alright. You said what's the distance? Using Pythagoras' theory, it's roughly around 700-800 feet.
So I can't use my musket. So I guess I will, if I'm allowed, take over aiming on one of the ballistas.
Yeah. As there is actually, there's definitely a lot of ballistas up here. Some of them looks like they've been freshly created. Mostly of metal, not a lot of wood. The only piece of wood is actually for the stand, and there is currently 2 free, actually. As some of them have actually twisted and facing different directions after seeing that you guys have slid down from one of the other pathways. Currently, there is 3 other entrances to the north, the east, and the what's that, southeast. Ballistas, load, take aim. On their next volley, we'll fire back at them. Central bolts, aim for the boulders themselves. Take them out the skies. Everyone else, aim for those giants. You need to bring them down quickly. And whatever you do, someone take down that beast. Seraphina, actually, you're still traveling around. As you're just like casually watching this happen, as you just see boulders in the distance just go.
I'd love to imagine that Eri is making like really bad small talk.
She's
We're not probably sitting in quiet.
she's like, so.
Yeah, how fast is Lag moving?
Lag's pretty slow. He's picking up a little bit space just because you're going downhill. But it's gonna take you a while to get to the bottom.
How far away is it?
Again, it's about 600 feet to the center. Well, to the bottom center. It's roughly around 600. As you're moving around, you're technically underneath some of the precipices, which would be around 400, 300 feet above you. As you begin moving around in the spiral to the center.
I want to go faster.
I would really like to get out of the way. This is really no man's zone right now. Can you do anything?
What was in the way? Something what I didn't understand.
I don't know.
Precipice?
Precipices. Basically balconies.
Sticky out you bits.
Yeah, sticky out bits. Yeah, it's around about 300, 400 feet up as you're going around. It's stone pieces sticking out and then connecting in a also similar direction downwards. Most of them seem to have already been broken.
So there's a risk of...
Yeah, you can see them throwing boulders down. Some of them seem to just be rolling down.
How big are they? Can they basically, if they fall down, ruin the road?
They would start ruining the road, and you can see some of them actually have created dents in the road itself, or pathway at least. So yeah, it's damaging it, and you probably will need to keep an eye out for any that do fall down in your direction.
It's boulder. How big are these falling pieces?
They vary. Considering they're giants, they're relatively large. They're about 10 feet wide, maybe 15 on some of them.
And it was 600 feet?
To the center. Going up to the precipices is about 400. Some of them are slightly less.
Well, I will stay with Eri, and basically, if anything gets too close to the car, I can't remember how fast they fall. Basically, if anything comes in our direction, I will, attempt to...
You'll do something.
Blow them up.
Alright, so you're holding a spell.
How dense is the stones in this area?
As you see, the stones from the actual crater itself are this black, almost obsidian type material, which most of the boulders are either pieces of or of some of the higher stone, which is a little bit more grey, and has a little bit more cracks in it, which looks like it's actually been broken off a tunnel section or something. So you can do that while you're heading down with Eri. What's everyone else doing to assist? I heard people on ballistas. Three people on ballistas. Seren, Savant, and Adriana. Senator. You four.
I think so.
You three.
He just went AFK, but I believe he was on the ballistas too.
Yeah.
Alright, so the ones on ballistas. So who's actually going to do the aiming for the two ballistas?
Probably I can't aim. What would you roll for aim?
It would be Dex for this.
Well, with something
Dex-
this big, would it not be
Yeah,
strength
it
to
would be.
move the thing
It
as
would
well?
be. It would be either, whichever's highest actually. If this, because
Yeah,
you're still
I can
aiming,
aim
but you're
that
actually
with strength.
still moving it in the direction. So it's whichever's highest. So basically, it's finesse.
I think I'm better used with just loading things because
Okay.
with her strength, it's probably be better.
Yeah, these do require strength checks to load.
All right.
Well, Savant is definitely doing aiming. He can't
Okay.
do any loading in particular.
All right. And then Sanju, you're probably assisting with the loading.
He's currently
Or
still
aiming. Or aiming. So yeah, in that case, Saren, give me strength checks to do some loading quickly. And actually, Savant, you can give me a okay.
Really?
It is a pass. Barely, but it is a pass. Savant, you can give me a.
Am I proficient in?
Yes.
God damn it.
If you're doing crossbows, yeah, you have proficiency.
Okay, yeah, I'm proficient in weapon because I'm a fighter.
As you're currently pointing to the east direction, which is currently 2 giants.
Fuck you, giant.
As you see, your uncle is actually loading his own long barrel rifle, which actually has a scope on it, which he's putting up against one of the plimps on the platform, aiming up.
If my musket wasn't so shitty, I could also do that. Okay.
So yeah, give me a roll.
I'm gonna do sharpshooter and do for the damage because I
Alright.
really hate giants.
It is with a ballista, so this is gonna suck if it hits.
Add +1 to this.
+1, 17. Damn. Okay, yeah. First shot with this ballista goes so high. Everyone watching is not really sure it's actually going to hit, but as it starts to arc, it starts.
17 damage to its ballista because
It
it's
just
giant.
goes down in this arc towards the giant and strikes it straight into the shoulder, going all the way through. And you're pretty sure it's like halfway stuck in this giant's shoulder as it just like leans backwards and almost falls over. Damage-wise, actually, yeah, I want to see actually how much damage you do with this. So with this ballista, roll 3d8, actually 3d12 actually with the ballista, plus your modifier.
3D. What did you say?
8. Yeah, 3d12. Sorry, I said. Ulan, you said you're moving bolts, so give me a straight dex check, just to see how quickly you can move up and down these ballistas.
Dex check was that?
Yeah. 17. Nice. Yeah, so you actually just pick up this flow with these other monks as you actually start just like dashing up the stairs, doing like 5 at a time. And you just have this bundle of these boats, which is weighing you down a bit. As you're looking at them, they're fully wrought metal, twisted in bolt shapes of dark iron. And you just go up and then place them in these almost troughs to be loaded.
Do they have arrowheads on them, or are they just like a straight?
They do have what looks like it's less of an arrowhead, but more of just spikes going backwards for piercing.
Okay.
But it's kind of arrowheads, but it's kind of a 3-point, arrow.
So if they try to pull it out, it's going to cause more damage.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Big question.
Yes.
How big is the card?
Cart? Well, it's enough to fit 6 people in it. So.
I was measurements.
Oh, measurements. Ugh. I believe
I know we
I
had this
said
one.
something like
We did. Unfortunately, I had it in my notes that's on the old
10 by 15 or something.
10 by 15 sounds about right. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that sounds about right.
And that's because I have a plan, but
Do you want to speak this plan so we can
yeah,
discuss?
yeah, well, I don't know. It doesn't say it needs to be placed.
Okay. Do you want to say what the spell is so I can?
I'm considering the tiny hut, basically using
That is
it-
a static placement. Yeah.
Yeah, but used as a place on the card.
It has to be a
Basically making a
ground.
bubble shield?
Well, it doesn't say that.
Yeah.
Does it?
No,
Pretty
it doesn't say
Yeah.
doesn't actually say anything about.
Yeah, because like I get where you're
Huh.
coming from with it being static, but like if you were using it on a ship,
Yeah.
like it would rule out like
Yeah.
using it on a boat or on an
What's
airship
the
or...
dimensions on it?
Yeah, it's 10 foot in radius.
10 foot.
So 20 feet across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be able to protect lag, but it definitely cover yourself and the front half of the cart, I guess.
Wait, hang on. If it's a 10-foot radius, then
Which
that's
is
20 feet in
20
total.
feet.
So it probably would get lag because lag's not like.
It's
10
pretty
feet
large.
long.
He's a large creature, so...
Oh, is he large? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, like.
Actually, where do you cast it? Do you cast it on where you are? Because that would cover lag. It wouldn't cover most of the cart, but cover lag.
The cart is at least reinforced with steel. Protect yourselves, for fuck's sake.
Actually,
Um,
lag can't go in there anyway. It's only for medium or smaller.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah, that's true.
It would be popped out.
So I will.
So-
If I'm not including lag, how?
You would be able to do the entire cart, because it's 10-foot radius.
Yeah, but how far away would lag be from me?
Oh. It would... Considering the reins, he would just be... His ass would be inside it, just.
Oh, good. So
If
his
you
ass
do-
is protected. Wonderful.
Well, no, his ass can't be inside it, so it'd have to be like squished
No.
up against his butt.
Yeah.
How big is a large creature? I can't remember how.
10 feet by 5 feet normally.
Yeah, 10 by 10 usually, or 10 by 5.
Well, if it's like a mount, yeah, it's 10
Yeah,
by 5.
it's always more than 2 squares. Yeah, 2 squares, but less than 4. Yeah. So yeah, you're doing that. Is that you doing that as a ritual or just a straight spell?
I don't have it as a spell.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
I would tell Ari to take it slower.
Slower?
We need the protection, so because.
I'm not sure it'd work anyway because the spell specifically says it's an immobile dome.
Oh.
So
Immobile.
it's not relative to the cart, it's immobile.
Yeah, but is it immobile like? That's a
Immobile.
tricky metaphysics question.
Yeah.
Because like then that
Planet-
means you couldn't do it on a.
Let's say it doesn't work then. For clarity's sake.
It was a question.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
asked the question to get clarity on it.
Yeah. So let's say it won't work because it's moving, and lag would get caught in it.
technically, even if it's static, it's moving.
So then it isn't immobile. So. Yes.
But no, like
Oh.
like the planet is moving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that's
welcome
strange.
to Physics 202, guys.
Yeah.
Where we
You
discuss.
can-
In relation to the planet, it is not moving. Or the prime material plane, it is not moving. There we go.
Okay. So that means we can't use it on boats, which
Yeah.
is worth it.
Which would be hilarious because you just start seeing it move and then vanish. So yeah, so
Question, yes.
that wouldn't work. Actually, on that note, boulders are starting to roll as you start going underneath one of the precipices,
Well, I have a spell I can use.
which
I
would
just
be
don't know.
as one of them
how.
does start rolling down, and you do notice as you're on the front with Ero, and she's watching it, and it's like, "Can you do something now?"
It depends on where they
Ah.
kind of are, because if they are basically trying to hit the card or leg.
Well, it's just rolling down towards the center, and you're just getting caught in the way. She's gonna pull out a dagger just in case you can't do anything, but
If you look at spell.
Oh yeah, that's important that we should have told you. Her dagger shoots magic.
She should have seen that during the
I
fight
do
we
know
had when
that,
we rescued
yes.
her, though.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, was it during that fight? Okay, yeah, fair
I
enough.
think.
yeah, I was doing
I
that fight.
can't remember where it was. Yeah, she didn't do anything last week, did she?
No, you just probed her for questions. So, what are you gonna do, Serafina?
And fun explosives.
How many were falling?
Currently one
And
in your direct path.
In front of us.
No, to the side of you.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a bad idea, but that's what I'm known for.
You can do anything.
Yeah, I have Thunder Wave, so I can basically push it to.
Okay, what's the range on that? 15 feet.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you're gonna get it like really close.
I know.
As it starts rolling down, Eri's just like putting it out, just shaking her hand, just like, anything?
Well, I would tell her of the idea.
Okay. As it's just rolling down, it's just picking up speed. Do it and see what happens.
Well, it does.
It's gonna fail the save because it's an immovable object.
Yeah, I will angle it kind of so it gets pushed behind us.
All right, give me a roll. You're gonna try. You have to do enough damage to counter its movement because it's rolling pretty fast.
How big is it?
10 feet across.
Oh god, that's one of the big.
Don't damage our cart, please. The boulders keep damaging our
Actually,
carts.
would Eri have that element?
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
There's a Seraphina roll.
That's
Do I need to link the Facebook thing again?
okay.
Yep.
15. As it gets knocked partially, kind of just like into the air slightly, and then starts coming down again. Aries.
I was trying to angle it so it goes kind of like.
It's a heavy boulder. Aries gonna try and shoot it as well with the beam. See if she can assist on this.
Yeah, and I imagine I'm kind of standing on the car.
Okay, then.
Okay.
Yeah, well, no.
In fright and scared. That's kind of funny. She kind of just shoots us. Also following up from your thunder as well. She's going to shoot a line of thunder into the boulder as well to try and stop it from hitting this cart. How many would that be? She's only 3. She doesn't have modifiers, so. Oh, actually, it's doubled. Wow. Okay, yeah, 36. All right. The combined total is just enough. Because it had to be 40. Actually, no, it had to be 50. And you did it by 1. Yeah. As the boulders start rolling up in the air, she just points out, like, and her dagger glows slightly blue instead, and this beam of thunder just slams into the boulder where you would hit it as well, and cracks slightly. Doesn't break entirely, but is enough that it kind of stops its movement, and then just starts slowly rolling behind you, and it just lands just behind you in a Don't do that again, please. I would really like to make it to the bottom alive. But good idea. Let's work a little better on actually stopping it, though. And she just like picks a little bit and pace up with like, it's like, we really should get moving. Is Synergy back?
Yes, I am back.
You back? Okay. You're actually on the second ballista, so actually join in with Savant and take a shot with the ballista.
So
Just a question: how fast is it being reloaded?
It's whoever's reloading it for you, which I imagine Saren's just doing both.
Probably.
okay, so
Do a for this, just do a Dex check, and we'll just add your proficiency to it.
okay, Dex hit but proficiency.
Which-
So I can just roll my acrobatics then because it's Dex plus.
Oh, okay, sure, that works. So how much does Savant do? Oh, okay, yeah, 28 points of damage. Nice. 18, yeah.
18, yeah.
Yeah. You shoot in the same direction as Savant for the second giant on the right, and you fire as well with a pretty similar arc as it goes up, higher than it needs to be, but as it arcs downwards, it strikes towards the giant. Roll the damage of 3d12
Yes.
plus modifier.
Plus modifier.
So 19 plus 3?
Plus
Or
4.
Plus 4. So 23 points of damage, yeah. As slams into the giant, also pretty close to the torso, just underneath kind of the shoulders, just like into one of the ribs. And it kind of just like hurls forwards a little bit before actually picking up one of the boulders. The other ballistas are firing in different directions, mostly towards the north, where you can also see one of those creatures with the tendrils lifting up a boulder. However, actually, let me roll for those. So it's actually 6 ballistas. 1, 2, 3 of them hit. Wow. Okay. Yeah, just far into the distance to the north side. 3 of them actually hit the creature. 2 of them actually hitting it pretty well in the torso area where the tendrils are. Well, actually in the back technically. You can't see the torso. Into the back where the tendrils are, dropping the boulder to its side before it can actually throw it. Yeah, that was pretty good actually. Actually, it was Aaron and Ifmore, you guys were healing. Actually, as you two are down there, give me what's it for first aid? Medicine checks. That was it.
No.
I saw you were doing heals as well, but I'm adding medicine checks as well on top. Sick. 20. And Aaron?
Just let me find medicine in the character sheet.
It's under M for medicine.
They're not enough.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. You two, like... Yeah, like, they don't have clerics here, so you two are, like, the best in the wing.
As it turned out, like, they all only got, like, little sphincters or something, and they're just making a fuss.
all I heard is that they have metal sphincters.
That's what I heard as well.
Splinters, but sure.
I heard little sphincters. I thought, like, are they really scared?
But no, you two are literally Dr. House and assistant as you just go through and deal with every single patient pretty much, one by one, as you are like miraculous healers in this place, as you just fix broken bones, heal joints. It's, for them, it's kind of like, who are these people and can we keep them? Yeah. We need to put this one down. Fortunately, no.
You are not a vet.
It's got a broken leg.
It's got a broken leg. It has to be put down.
That would be doing
but yeah, wow. Yeah, clerics and paladins just bring the holy power. Yeah, Seren, give me another strength check as you're assisting both Senator and Savant reloading. Actually, on that,
Strength check.
yes, as you're getting these bolts and sticking them in.
It's
You can
just
technically do that.
strength.
Want
you
me
can
to
do
punch
athletics,
every time you
actually.
run by, so you can do it rating?
Wow.
Rage
Because
load.
I'm technically not doing the attack, my rage won't last.
Yeah,
And it'd be a waste of a rage.
you can
You
punch
can
her.
punch him back every turn.
No, the poor thing would be dead. Come on now.
Actually,
You said athletics, right?
yeah, do athletics with yes, it's got proficiency. It's you just like picking up, put in, load. 10.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
it's enough.
These
Well,
fucking rolls!
Fortunately, you have a +8, which is handy.
I mean, you just had a pretty hefty fall. I would assume you're probably
Yeah.
tired.
But
Well planned.
I'm getting angry, actually. God
Yeah.
damn it, I might rage on my own at this point.
extra rage. Savant, your uncle's going to take a shot with his gun. Oh, okay. Not that well. It just goes wide. It's just like, which echoes throughout this crater, but just slams into a piece of rock. and just like
When
"Gah!"
I see damage coming from that thing,
Dang
I'm
it.
gonna get really self-conscious of the training I said you how he trained me.
It's not much damage. It's just like blooming giants.
Is that a misfire?
With right now.
Okay.
But he misses. The two on ballistas. Synergia Savant, give me some attack rolls.
Yes.
As
Double
you
calculation.
both get loaded
20.
and fire into. Oh my word! Yes. Yeah. You aim for the same giant again as it gets up and tries to lift the boulder with its strong arm. With its strong arm. You follow up, actually getting a bit of a aim now, an understanding of where you're aiming. Take the shot, and you can't even actually see the boat. You just see the impact on the giant.
Only because I really hate giants. Fuck
You
you.
really hate giants, so you want to do that extra damage. Oh yeah, that hurts. Yeah, it's both your bolts just go into the distance up into their precipices. You see the impact of the giant, you just can't see the boat. It's just a black line. And it strikes both of them. Roll damage, both of you. Oh.
Damage.
Oh my word, Savant. Okay.
God damn.
Damn. Yeah, Savant, you actually kill your giant. As you just and just as it slams in. Actually, considering it is a metal bolt that you've done the Hail of Thorns, roll an additional die just because.
Another D10 damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
As it slams in, you catch it pretty much in the just in the below neck where the blade is. Not the blade. The neck bone. The neck bone is.
Collarbone?
Collarbone. Thank you. I was looking for the word. I was like, I need a doctor in the house. Slams into there and then just explodes into a shard. You should see him just like and just like fall backwards with the stone. Actually showering the one Adriano hit and Synergia hit. Covering it with also these pieces of black metal, which just like catch it onto one side. One of them's currently down. The other one is standing and is actually going to try to throw boulder down. Yeah. As Seraphina, you just watch this boulders go woof, slams into the pathway just ahead of you and just starts rolling down the side of the crater.
Just as a note, how dark is it by me and Ari?
You guys are in this open crater, so it's actually you got light.
Alright.
It's still morning light, which is coming over the east side of the crater. Yeah, the sun's coming over the east side of the crater, so it's slightly darker on your side, but there is light in this crater.
Oh.
Yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah. Yeah. So, third round of ballistas. Saren, you're getting angry.
My
Give me
fucking
a-
god.
Give me a load. Load check. As you're watching, they're actually.
That's
Oh,
a little bit better.
that is a lot better. It's a double.
No, that's only a little bit better, goddammit.
Okay. Fair enough. Technically, yeah, you could be like a 30, but yeah. 21. Still pretty solid. So yeah, you load them in record time. You're like, okay, better. Could be better though.
Getting there.
As yeah, she loads them a little bit faster for both of you. So both of you take shots again. There's only one giant now to the east.
Right.
As you both fire up. 21 and 24. Oh no, sorry. 12 and 24. Ugh. Savant, yours goes slightly higher than necessary, and you just see it disappear into part of the wall. As it doesn't even like crack into it. It just pierces and goes halfway into the wall.
Pure rage was like, load me another.
Technically, though, you did get a grit point because one of the giants died.
Oh yeah.
Senators, though, you're keeping track of the same target. This is your third shot on it.
Can I retroactively use that grit points?
Nope.
Fine.
Because you should have realized. You should have realized that you had it.
I always forget that rule.
You did.
And
So
I misclicked.
you misclicked. So yeah, Senator, roll the 3d12 again.
Yes, come on, big man whammies. Yes!
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
That is some damage. As third shot, you're annoyed this one hasn't fallen yet, and you take a shot actually at its head, and you see it disappear again, and then you see the head disappear as the body just goes, and you see this dust cloud up in the precipice as you're certain that shot hit it direct. And both giants on your side have fallen. The ones on the other side are going to take shots again at the creature to the north. With 3, 4 actually hitting now. All firing up towards the creature, which is actually trying to throw a boulder down. Oh, okay. Yeah, the creature throws the boulder down. One of them actually catches the boulder as it's being thrown, which does make it slightly go off course. It is coming towards the platform, however. Actually, Shay's up there. Shay. Yeah, she's going to try and intercept it if it gets too close. Which is a 16. Yeah, it's going to get close enough. Yeah, Shay's going to attempt a similar maneuver of stopping a boulder by playing baseball.
Okay.
Awesome.
Fucking
About
months.
to
I
ask if
love
I could do
months.
that. Like, need a baseball bat or a warhammer.
Okay, so 19 is definitely going to hit, and then I believe it's a d10. And then plus it's plus level plus dex.
Yeah. It's Dex plus monk level plus
Ooh,
CD.
okay, it's not a great roll. Fortunately, she's pretty good with stone. So it comes in, she slams into it with her staff, and the staff actually starts to bend slightly. As she pulls back, and the boulder instead just catches the edge of the platform, and it just kind of dents it inwards, not actually having a full impact. And Shay has a little bit of sweat coming down her face. It's like, that could have gone worse. As you two prepare yourselves, turning towards, you're going to turn towards the creature, or you're going to face the other two giants, which are to the southeast.
I mean, is anyone dealing with the two giants?
There's currently 2 other ballistas firing, actually, which I should fire now. Thank you for reminding me. Because most of them are currently north-facing, towards where the giant creature is. Oh yeah, one of them is definitely going to hit. But there's still... One of them's injured. The other one is still currently uninjured.
Right, I'm gonna run southeast because the other one has a bunch of people just...
Yeah, the creature is getting hailed. It's definitely looking wounded. It's struggling, from what you can tell, to pick up one of the boulders at this point.
I'm gonna help out on the giant side also.
Alright, so you two... actually, Saren, give me another roll to assist.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, it's enough.
Thank God I have a +8. That's all I have to say.
As you, it's like, why can't I hit things?
This is what. Yes, I'm muttering in just dwarven curses, just steady stream.
Basically, as you load them in, both of you take shots on the giant. Are you going to go for the injured one or the uninjured?
I'm going for the injured one.
Okay, then I'm gonna go for the uninjured.
All right, both of you take shots.
I'm taking a grit point use.
All right, for
Dead
advantage.
shot.
Oh, dead shot. Okay. Yeah.
That's the only thing I can
19.
do right now. So.
And
Yeah, it was a good thing I used that.
you did. Good thing. So yeah, 19 and 21. Actually, on the same thing, your uncle's also going to turn around and take shots also on those two giants. His rifle. Oh, that was almost a 1. 15. That's just enough to hit giant. He doesn't have a minus on accuracy, so yeah. Alright. He fires as well. 31 and 29. Oh, yeah.
34 and 29.
Oh,
Oh,
30.
and this is without. This should be 33 because it's a +4 for my.
Yeah, you should be actioning your modifier. Alright, yeah. So both of your shoots. Savannah, you just see your one. You hit it into the chest and it's like. Starts leaning forwards. Actually, dropping the boat it has and it starts just like rolling down the hill aimlessly. Senator, your one, you hit as well into the chest. It was the first shot it taken, so it just takes it with just brute force and just tries to shake it off. Can't pull it out, but just carries on. The rifle goes off and 6. Alright. Goes off and actually hits. Goes actually for the injured one. Did you hunt his mark? And actually, no, you can't hunt his mark. They're way too far away.
Yeah, they're too far away.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, goes for the injured one as well. Shooting it into one of the shoulders actually looks like cleaving off a good chunk of muscle. That one's probably going to fall in 1 second, one more shot. The ones on the far side aim for the north are going to take their last volley and hopefully kill this. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. As the monster itself is pretty much kind of not even holding itself up on its feet anymore, as another hail of the blister bolts go down onto it, and you're pretty sure it just got completely turned into a pincushion, as you just see the bolts disappear into it and just you just hear this moaning cry. And that seems to be dealt with. Alright. One more side to deal with and we're done. You guys have first shot on this. Saren. One more, please.
Come on, full reload.
Full reload. Roll a 20. Loads twice.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my fucking god.
Okay.
You haven't failed one, which is good.
I know, but this is atrocious tour.
Alright, as I see her kind of not struggling, but just kind of not enjoying herself.
Yeah, she's like, I could be hitting things right now.
I'm just gonna pull it towards the ballista and says, "What did you say? Together? At least you get to eat something."
Aw, alright.
She wants the tactile feedback of an axe on flesh.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, it's the closest thing that I can give her to her.
True. So then.
Well, we could always drop the string
No,
over to the ballista.
stop it. Pretty quiet.
So both of you take aim and fire on the 16
hang on a second.
and
So 15. No, sorry, that's a plus 3
Plus
to that,
three.
so it's an 18.
18. Yeah. All right. And both those two shoot. Fire. Deal damage. As again, you guys have got the hang of it at this point now. As they're pretty hefty in weight. Wow. Words.
I like it.
Hefty.
It's like weighty and hefty all at once.
Exactly.
That's what I was supposed to do.
So you do 39. and 19. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 23, whatever.
23, yeah.
Yeah.
As you, Savannah, finish off the wounded one, as you just take shot directly as where the heart would be, and goes in the same similar arc, but your precision now is so well with ballistas and crossbows at this point. You're like, I got this, and it starts lifting up a boulder, ready to throw it down to you guys, and you just straight into your chest. You're not even sure if it carried on going through, as it's kind of just like a spot, but you see the giant kind of sway for a second, and the boulder kind of just falls and lands on its body as it just falls forwards, and you just hear this crunching sound from the distance. And it was 23. You shoot it again into the other side. It's wounded at this point. Probably only needs maybe 1, maybe 2 shots. And it's actually going to try and lob one down as well. Oh! Okay. Shay's going to try and intercept this one again, as this is her job now. This is my job now. Alright, 17 is
He's the point defense system.
Basically. Where's the roll? There it is. Ooh, again, only 16. That's not going to be enough as she slams into it.
I have a question, Ambi.
Hi.
It's getting close enough for her to hit it with her staff, right? Can I, to help her, use a charge of the ramming pauldrons?
Yes. She's kind of like leaping forwards towards it.
Okay.
You could technically, you would have to like leap as well and to like shoulder charge it.
That's fine.
Okay.
Time to shoulder
roll
charge
first.
a flat incoming magnesium.
Just to see if you can actually get to it, give me an athletics. Yeah. I was like, saw the 20, I was like, oh, there's also a 19. So, yeah. As, yeah, you just, you see this come in, you see Shay jumping for it, you're like, I'm going to hit something, good dang it. And you just, like, you leap off the platform, activating the pauldrons, and, yeah, go for it. Roll pauldron damage. Oh!
Yeah, that absolutely makes sense.
Yeah, as
See?
you see Shay struggling to actually hold it back, and she's about to release it and just like give up. You come behind, and she gets out of the way as you literally shoulder tackle a boulder.
Oh, come on, surely she headbutted it.
She's still mortal, but she did shoulder tackle it, cracking it straight down the middle. And you see the kind of the spider web pattern go across it, and it just kind of cracks and then falls to the side on either side of Seren. And then Shay just lands next to you and is just like, huh?
You started it, I just helped finish it.
Kind of just like feels defeated and just like walks back towards the platform. Both on the ballistas, you have final shot as the other ones are still turning around to prepare. You still have technically top of initiative because of constant reloading. 23 and Savannah? 20. Okay, yeah. You both fire on the single giant, who's already.
Also, I was going to use a Hail of Thorns on it because I hate giants.
Sure, go for it. Yeah, you both take fire. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Nice.
14 points of damage. It's 18 points of damage for me.
Oh, sharpshooter.
It's dead, Jim.
Oh, sharpshooter. Yeah. You two you're like, let's just put this thing down, right? Fire in, fire both of them, and you just fire again, same point in the chest as both bolts just disappear into its chest, and you just hit.
As a scatter of metal just fly out of it.
You just, then it explodes when it's already on the ground.
Just
you're
for good measure.
You're like, pretty sure it's dead now. This, the old gnome turns to you, he's like, well, looks like you ain't been doing nothing all this time. Pretty good work.
I have had some time to practice.
And, monk fella, you did good too. Didn't know these guys liked ballistas.
Yeah, we actually do. We actually built them. That was a nice, interesting little thing that we did way back when. Remember?
Also, Salant runs over to double high five his companion on the ballista.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
Saren, get in there.
You have to go back up. After you see her leap off the side and fall down.
Damn it, I just broke a boulder in half. Give me a second.
Alright, everyone regroup. We're not sure how long they're going to take into a second round. Make sure everything's in order, and then regroup. Dang it, check for stock.
Sorry, I didn't get the last part.
Check for stock.
Oh, she's talking to me?
No, she's talking to all the rest.
Oh, okay.
As they begin checking the ballistas, making sure they're all working, and then begin heading down to make sure.
And I kind of try and stop her and say, Master Desmond, if I may have a word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now we actually have time to talk.
Yeah, just a
Walking
quick
up.
question. So giants
Sure.
attacking. Do we have any idea why? Just a general idea.
Whatever they're doing, they're dealing with something in their own order. They've never attacked us in the last, well, decade. So, whatever it is, it must be something up in their hierarchy.
Well,
We'll get someone to
that
have a
and-
look.
they've been mutated. They're not normal stone giants. Or that big behemoth thing. Not
Sorry,
natural.
definitely
I
not.
didn't catch your name, Miss...
Darren.
Pleasure. I imagine Synergy brought you here. Or... Good, good. But yeah, we'll send someone out to have a look on their caves, see if something's gone awry. You said mutated.
They're. I don't know much about them, but they look different from the ones I was used to seeing last time I was here, and they're just. They seem wrong.
Well, that
I
thing
got
that...
that.
They're
After that.
abominations now.
Whatever they brought with them, that's not normal either.
No.
I'll have to speak with the other masters and see what we can do. Can't have them attacking us like this all the time.
Wait a second. Are you saying the butt tentacle monsters aren't like normal native things?
Correct.
Oh, thank God
No.
for that.
I thought it was quite obvious.
Also, Dragonborn, Ulan, you said.
That's correct.
Good
Correct.
job.
Correct is what I meant to say, but
Hooray.
Clay. Good job. Thanks for assisting.
you're more than welcome.
Now, let's get downstairs. See what we have to deal with.
At
Follow
this
me.
point, I kind of look around and says, by the way, do we have any news of Serafina? Like, anyone knows?
You see in the distance a single cart moving down.
Saren will check in with Serafina with the King's Guild pauldron thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And Serafina, you're just... Fortunately, most of the boulders were aimed at the center and not your single cart. But some of them got pretty close. But you managed to... You're about 2/3 of the way down.
We're fine.
All right. They're about
See
2/3
you.
of the way down.
Oh, okay.
You can just about make it out. Coming down the last section of the spiral, which is it's a rather narrow pathway, and it's a little bit raised from the actual ground itself, as it looks like it's either being made up or has been carved out. But Desmi brings the rest of you down as she gets several of the monks to hold position and keep watch for any other signs. This way, I have, well, take a breather. As she leads you down towards the actual main forge where Ithamore and Aaron have been treating. And you can see the actual, a little bit more of the rested state of the forge, with the forges being cooled down. Some of the workers have actually stopped doing anything at this point now. And you can see the rest of the monks, which as they've stopped running around at this point, although some of them still are sorting out the stock that's actually available to use. And when she said stock, you notice that they're actually moving ingots on trolleys. Especially of this dark black material, and moving it on these actual regular trolleys made of metal with wheels. And the forges themselves, as I said, have cooled down, but the actual molten lava at the center, which seems to be the heat source, is still bubbling and definitely keeping a temperature to this place, which is less refreshing, but more it's almost cozy if it wasn't for the sensation of the sulfurous air still in the vicinity, as well as just the sense of smoke and soot. And she brings you towards a second common room, one that isn't being used for the infirmary, where several of the other more elderly monks, as well as some of the more senior members, are waiting and discussing. And you can see Senator, actually. You can see the other two leaders, which, as you come down, you guys notice very easily a figure that's easily taller than everyone here, with more than 2 sets of legs, as it has a huge, muscular, almost horse frame, and then on the top, a pretty muscular, broad-looking humanoid figure. His face, though, slightly stretched and elongated in places, and pointed ears, with a long black mane of hair. And to his side, what could be considered a dwarf if it wasn't for being on fire, and a beard of almost pure brimstone of this dark red color. And skin complexion, not of flesh or pink color, but of this dark, almost bronzed coloration. And
Earth genasi?
no eyes, but almost just circular orbs of flame.
Oh man, that guy sounds hot. I'm sorry.
Shows me. As you follow in the room behind Desmi, they turn around and notice her coming in. Desmi, what is the sign from up top? They've been dealt with for the time being. Fortunately, Senator, I managed to bring in some assistance with these folks.
Yes, the broken compass. I did introduce Master Ket, Master Durand. It's great to see you all again.
As the two figures of this centaur and Azir step forwards to inspect you all. Welcome to the Mirror Forge. I apologize for the scene that you have managed to apparently assist with dealing with. Yes, I agree with Kat. We apologize. It's not always like this here, but we can at least welcome you down here with a more hospitable environment. I am Durant, Iron Man, and this is Kat. We are the ones that manage with the normality of this place.
Ulan bows really deeply and says, I offer greetings from the Temple of the Azure Dragon.
You have come far. What is your name, Dragonborn?
Ulan Uluava, but you can call me Ulan.
Ulan. Welcome. It is good to see one from the other temples.
My companion, Shay, here as well, is our cousin from one of the Earth Temples.
From the Far East. Welcome as well. We apologize for having to assist us so quickly in what we deal with here, but this is no normal occurrence.
That
Please
seems to be going around a lot on this continent.
join us as we discuss, as we have things to deal with. As they point inwards, as there's several tables, as this seems to be more of a dining area for people, as some of the elders, or more senior members at least, have sat down, including Senator, some of the other people that you used to dealing with, some of your also old comrades. None of them yet from the front line have made it back. It seems you were the first one. Actually, looking around, you notice some interesting figures as well. Some definitely not from here. One being the gnome figure, very similar to Savant in appearance, with a sooty figure, as well as a singular large humanoid sitting in the back, watching all this transpire in furs with this dark kind of greyish skin color, is sitting down, but is roughly maybe 7 feet tall.
Sitting down, he's 7 feet tall, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Has a very chiseled looking figure with scars across torso and face, but does have some feminine qualities, as has some type of wrapping around the torso chest area, and this mat of hair kind of tied back in a mohawk. Just watching most of this transpire currently. Savant, however, your uncle runs up to, walk is a strong word, kind of hobbles, actually using his the butt of the gun as a walking stick. Well, what are you doing here, Savant? I thought you were hunting.
Well, I was, and it seems it was a good place to hunt. But no, I've been accompanying these people as I turn around.
These people?
Well, the Broken Compass, as they call themselves. I got in a bit of a pickle, and I was also in a big of a pickle, and they needed a guide, and I've been guiding them around the country.
Got over your head, I hear. Well, you made it here.
To
at
be
least.
fair, his head's not very high, so it's quite easy to go over it.
Oh, he's a joker. Good company.
Keeps the day interesting.
Scales. Ooh. As he kind of just stares at your scales for a bit, Ulan. Almost lost in thought of.
Well, anyway, Gallo, we were sort of needing a guide to the Underdark, and well, you're the best person for the job.
Guide, mate. I'm working here for the time being. What? Wait, guide? What?
Yeah, someone to take us to the Underdark. Can you be listening? As he snapped his finger.
You're tracking Underdark. Why do you want to go into the Underdark?
Perhaps, Savant, we should tackle one thing at a time.
There will be more information later, but I just need to see if you're, here to be ready if you're available. Not run away without leaving any information for me.
I've decided to think about retirement.
Someone steps back a bit. Really? I thought you were going to get shot to death. Are you going to spend all your days drinking?
No, creating. He is one of the best forges in the whole of Griffin. And, well, the metals here are better than anywhere.
Am I within earshot of this?
Yes, you're all in the same kind of vicinity right now.
Right, so, I'm sorry, one of the best? One of the best. Really?
Oh. Well, it's smaller than Merthyr, but it's fine in its own way.
It's not the size of your forge that matters, it's what you do.
God damn it! You said it just as I typed it.
Tarant gets closer and whispers in Gallo's ear. It's not that you're running from any tabs, right?
Whoa. Shh.
Aha.
No.
Well, this is a perfect place for you. It seems like you even get some combat out there.
As actually at this point, Seraphina, you've finally made it,
Yay.
and been escorted down. As you tell one of the watchers that you're with the others that assisted, and Eri follows you down, kind of just watching everything and taking in as much things as possible.
I'm making sure that gets taken care of.
Okay. Yeah.
Or placed somewhere safe-ish.
He's placed underneath the platform, near the stairs, but he's not really able to go down the stairs. As you all brought in, you actually placed at one of the tables, and Desmi comes and joins you guys. I apologise if the food's not up to standard. We're a little bit in a rush, making sure everyone's kept up to scratch, and well, on the chance that we're attacked again, we don't want them to have an upper hand on us.
Do you have any muffins?
You call them that. They're pretty handy as a snack, but not really a meal thing.
If you have enough of them, they count.
Alright, I'll bring a good amount, I guess.
I knew I'd like this place.
Shay's also just taking in everything around. It's like so many monks in one place.
How's the heat like in a more secluded area? Like
it's a little cooler as there is some type of ventilation going around. As you can see, there is like pocket holes in parts of the ceiling which seem to be pulling in and drawing out air.
well, at least we have some AC.
Yeah, it would be impossible to do in the forge environment the whole time.
Is the guy that was on fire, and did you say the other guy was a centaur?
Yes.
Either of they at the table?
They are walking around discussing with some of the other people. They are coming towards your table though. And the flamey dwarf, Azir, kind of doesn't sit, just stands, and he kind of gives off this kind of smoke around him, almost like he's constantly smouldering.
That's what Aaron does as well.
Here comes the smoke.
The giants.
Oh, God.
This is the first of their attacks. What they struck, they didn't struck the forge itself, but they did make way with some metals. Why?
Are you quoting a book?
What?
Sounds like it's a good story.
Oh. I don't know.
What kind of metals? And Ulan's gonna pull it carefully, like in a non-threatening way, pull out the sword that he found earlier on the giant, and put it on the table and say,
Is this sword still stinky and disgusting?
Yes, it is.
I wiped it off on the guy's, like,
It's still stinking. It doesn't have any pieces of rotting flesh on it.
Yeah, I wiped all the bits off. I'll just, like, hold it towards Aaron for some prestidigitation.
Come on, we're eating here. Do you have to do this here?
The centaur kind of leans back a little bit. It's like, that is not of ours, but
Do you recognize the metal? I've never seen anything like it before. Not that
orichalcum.
Orichalc.
Orichalcum, yes.
Oh, really?
Don't cut yourself on it.
Why? What happens?
It is a naturally poisonous substance. Dangerous.
How big of a sword is it?
Longsword.
It's a longsword.
Oh. Never mind.
Ithelmore. I don't suppose you have any need for a sword?
The
I'm
metals,
still in the sick room looking after.
Oh,
the
you still... Oh, okay.
the metals they sold, however, adamantine,
Really?
and more importantly, blood glass.
Blood glass.
One of our specialties here, yes. Not made of blood, if that is your worry.
Well, no, actually, does it have anything to do with magicite?
No,
Alright.
we rarely
That's a
deal
relief.
in magicite. It is used by some craftsmen who trade here, but we prefer the minerals of the ground than those of arcane.
I can respect that.
The worry is why the giants never needed raw material. They traded. Now they turn to violence. Desmi, you are up top. The creature you spoke of, what was it? I don't per se know. It's, well, it was on 4 legs and it had tendrils. I want to say it's probably something from below. Well, she kind of turns to you guys and have you guys seen any of those things before?
Well, except for the one we killed right before we got down here. No, not really, if I can remember.
Oh, one thing I would like to mention though, that we were the Thai couple of some week back, and out of nowhere, apparently a portal to a hellish plane opened. So you might just want to look out for that too. Just throwing it out here. Just remember it right now.
What I could see through my scope, what you were dealing with, was probably some bullet or something. Never seen one with tendrils, but you never know.
It's been mutated in some way, just like the giants and the little once were gnome things.
Grimlocks.
It seems like the stone giants even had stayed underground for a long time.
Yeah, something wasn't just... They weren't...
Something is particularly wrong with them.
I hate to bring this up, guys.
Aye.
But we are aware of a situation of creatures being twisted and mutated into abominations.
The kobolds.
Aye.
And let's remember the priestesses in the temple had some kind of tentacle things on her faces.
That is
Yeah.
also true.
Yeah.
We should probably mention that. We may have slightly pissed off an avatar of Lolth
Oh, just a little bit.
and then dropped a building on her.
There were a lot of spiders.
Senator, you said you were at the Thai.
The Thai, yes.
This is apparently what happened.
Yeah. A short story. Long story short. We went inside as a commando party. We managed to kill essentially everyone inside it. Except once we did, this avatar Lolth appeared, and then she turned into a lot of spiders, and then we ran out, and then we destroyed the Thai on top of it. And I'm assuming they're pretty much burning it and,
Salting it.
yeah, clerics
Praying
are
over
doing
it,
their
whatever.
thing, whatever.
We were worried that Drow above the Underdark would be a worrying signal, but it seems with these creatures and the change in the giants, there is definitely something happening below.
How familiar are you with the dealings of Drow? Does the term harbinger mean anything to you at all?
Fortunately, we have yet to deal directly with Drow. They keep below in the Underdark, the deep lands.
Well,
Not so much anymore.
Because we were led to believe by a certain ridiculously wonderful and attractive deity that there might be somebody here at the temple that might know about such things. Would that have been perhaps a reference to one of the monks here, or Anulan just looks pointedly at the other gnome? And don't suppose you know anything about Drow and Harbingers or anything?
Drow, I knew a little bit about. What was the word you said? Harbinger.
Some sort of special child, or
Theron just face palms.
Drow, they keep to their colonies. Don't like outsiders very much. And appeasing their goddess as well. Usually in sacrificial means. Outsiders usually their own people, well, can cause some situations. From what I'm guessing, your Harbinger thing is probably part of it.
I don't suppose you have any kind of library or records here at the forge that we might be able to make use of.
I don't.
Well, that was addressing us to the table.
Would I know if there's any
records? Considering it's usually seniors that have access. The only access you would probably have is to everything to do with smithing, records of local events, all the different types of minerals, stones, all that sort of thing. Very much about materials than people.
And we have basic stuff, especially relating to our work that we do here, but for the most part, I don't think.
Me. There's me listening. You said you wanted to go to the Underdark.
Well, want is a strong term.
If
we feel as we need to.
Other guest is also familiar, or
Other
says they
guest?
are. She turns her head to the corner where the large humulator is still sitting.
Oh snap!
I suggest the rest of you here take a rest. We'll inform you if there are any movements from the giants. Senator, you should take a rest as well. From what you've said, your journey has been long. And
yes. There's a suspicious lack of mirrors in this mirror forge.
You want to see the mirror forge?
They're on the ceilings, Aaron.
I can give them a grand tour. At least a general tour, not really a grand. I don't think we have the time, but...
Could you give us a Top Gear instead? I'm sorry.
Generally, Senator, those allowed to the mirror forge are kept to a minimum. After acceptance or meditation.
How does one go about achieving acceptance?
Training and trials. And I don't think you have time for that.
Yeah, I'm getting that impression.
Did they? By the way, did they give us food?
Yeah, there's food at the table you're sitting at.
Can I throughout the meal mess with Ulan just by using prestidigitation on different things to make them taste different?
Considering he has a small bowl of muffins, and there's plates of bread, meats, and a kind of root salad of carrots, potatoes, mushrooms, kind of like sweet potatoes. You can. What do you mess with?
Like when he tastes a bite of a muffin, it tastes like a muffin, but the next one tastes like watermelon.
Alright, you just like point a finger. Do you do this slyly or do you like...
Sly, yes.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand.
Oh god.
Can I do a competing perception?
Perception, yeah. Well, this would be against your passive perception.
I'll pass a perception, alright.
Oh. Even against your roll of perception. Okay, yeah, 19. Yeah, you just hear this kind of almost like a pop sound, but it's kind of aimless. And then you take a second bite of the muffin, and it's still got the same texture, but it tastes too fruity, and it kind of.
Ulan is weirdly intrigued. He's just gonna keep eating the muffins, see what happens.
It's kind of like crumbly, and it's like.
I want to do this periodically.
Okay.
But Bertie butts every flavour of muffins.
And eventually I want to get to something like a lemon, really sour.
Oh.
And you go into like a chocolate muffin, and you're like, oh, this is gonna taste so sweet, and it's bite into it, and it's lemony, like lemon curd lemony. And it's just... you can still taste the chocolate pieces, but there's.
Ulan tries not to react, to keep a completely straight face, and to continue eating it as if he's enjoying it.
Deception?
Yes.
Deception. It's not hard because he doesn't have any lips to purse.
Yeah.
But sure.
Sorry, what do you want me to roll?
You can do a deception to try and cover it up.
Spiky beard curls.
-1.
He kind of has this like twitching sensation in his neck while eating it.
My passive insight is 15. I don't know if that helps.
Yeah. However, Senator, actually, you feel a tug in the back as you feel something pulling on it.
I turn around.
And you see a member of the monastery of this relatively young, probably in his very early teens, probably around 10, 12, young boy, but he's kind of got a greyish texture skin, and he's a lot taller for a normal boy. He's probably around 5 foot for a 10-year-old, and he's known as Tunk.
Tunk.
He doesn't talk very much, but when he does, he's always talking about armor, as he's currently wearing these gauntlets all the way up to his elbow, which look pretty good. They're a little eccentric with these like skulls across them, with like chains, both chipped in and wrapped around them for decoration. And he kind of points them out to you, like, "Oh, look!
You made this an amazing tank. Sick as shit. Look at this." And I kind of punch him lightly into the shoulder.
Considering everyone here is rather honed in muscle, he takes it. And everyone has kind of this like bronze skin. His is still greyish, but it's definitely tanned. And then he notices everyone else at the table is like just kind of backs away slightly, and becomes like automatically timid, like a click of a switch. And it's just like, who are they?
Oh, this broken compass meet tank. Look at this gauntlet. They're amazing, right?
They look pretty great.
Hey.
Pleasure to meet you.
Hi.
Roland, could I have one of your muffins?
I picked one that looked the same as the lemon one and hand it to Aaron.
I totally forgot I did that, by the way.
Yeah. And it was a chocolate muffin. And it's still lemony.
Those dwarves know how to cook.
And I lean over to Aaron and say, "Hey, Aaron, could you like press the digitation to take the edge off the lemon that's in this? It's like a little bit much."
Okay, I'll do it for you. Don't worry.
Thanks,
I'll
man.
just back the spell away.
You're a good friend, Aaron.
You make it like super obvious this time. It's like
Yeah, like
Well,
chanting
I
something.
like stuff. I'm stuff. No. I don't want them to know. Do it like subtle.
Oh, okay. I just click my fingers.
pop.
Okay, I tried the muffin. Does it taste fine?
Oh, it's kind of rough still. Maybe just because of the lack of maybe milk, but it's still pretty good. It's kind of got this like rural taste to it.
Okay.
It's odd because the cooking method must be slightly different. They don't use a traditional oven probably.
Yeah, they bait it in lava.
Yeah, essentially.
You know, get that charred look on the edge.
And it's made with Hershey's chocolate instead of Cadbury's.
Oh no. Galaxy man. Yeah. As you guys are eating, Desmi guides you to rooms. Well, I'll let you guys get some rest. If you need to talk with us, myself, Durand, or Kat, you'll find us in our studies. Sedager will know where they are.
Yes.
Well, one thing before you go. Serafina came, the halfling came with a dwarf in a cart. Look out for the dwarf.
With us in the room with us too.
Is she?
She's out in the forge inspecting everything.
Yeah, that was.
Okay.
I thought she was basically followed me.
Oh, she was down the stairs.
And then she kind of
Then
said,
she
okay.
disappeared. Okay.
Yeah, she hasn't disappeared. You can definitely see her looking around at the actual forge anvils and tools. It's like, oh.
Keep a close eye on her. She's a bit of a kleptomaniac.
All right.
Yes.
I'll have someone keep an eye. Is she trouble? The accent. What? Is she trouble?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Probably.
Maybe. Alright.
It depends who you are, I think.
I'll alright. I'll get one of the seniors to keep an eye.
Yeah. Just, you know, don't make it too obvious and don't mention thunder. Apparently. That doesn't work.
What was your deal with the thunder? That was a hilarious thing to watch.
You weren't there. Only she
He
was
can read
there.
lips from that far away.
Yeah.
I was inside a cart.
Never mind. That's right.
Or you
What-
can send somebody to talk with her because, as we far we know, she is very interested in a place and said something about she wanted to look into the metal.
Yeah. And have this one person that is, you know, talking to her. Just keep a lookout.
I'll have a talk with her myself.
Perfect.
And she leads you towards a small sleeping quarters, which are
Okay.
large corridor of doorways, actually built into the stoneway itself.
I will on the way ask if anyone got a book. I can.
I probably left some book in my room.
Seraphina can read Dwarven, right?
I do have the Underworld books and I have read it.
Oh, okay, never mind. I didn't know if you had taken that from me or not. I can't remember.
I have.
remember.
I'm gonna
What, are
say.
you just looking for a book to read?
One
Right.
I haven't read, yes.
Do you want to borrow my dragon book then?
Sure. Yes.
I'm not even sure you finished reading it.
Well, I've been like using it as a reference thing every now and again.
Yeah,
I've not like sat down and read it, but
it's like looked at the index. That's what I want to read. There you go.
yeah, I kind of flicked through and looked at the pictures.
Yeah.
Kind of, like imagine if I was giving a monster manual. I haven't read every single article, but I've looked at the cool ones.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah. So you can mark off, and then Seraphina, you can mark on dragon.
Hang on, how have I written it in my
I think it's
Dragon book.
sheet?
Fantastic dragons and where to find them.
Yeah.
That is now what it's getting changed to.
oh no. I think it's dragon biology and physiology or something silly.
Something like that, yeah.
I think that's probably the title. You may have just heard it as Dragon Book. If this is the one.
Metallic dragon book.
Ah. This is the one that you got from
the place where it was like the swap meet for books or something. No, wait, it was.
I think it was from the Manor House in Woodville, correct?
No.
Oh,
No,
the book is later.
From Woodfell was the book Seraphina got about the Fireblade. I'm on about. I got a book about metallic dragons like after I'd met my mum.
So it would have been in King's Arch then.
It was either in King's Arch or maybe it was at the first dwarf place, Dugmore, maybe. Was it?
No, it was definitely King's Arch. It wouldn't have been.
Okay.
It wouldn't have been in Dogma.
Okay.
I was gonna make sure it wasn't from the college because that would have disappeared if it was.
Oh no, it wasn't.
Okay. Actually, we'll take our own break here as you guys take a short rest.
Yeah.
A short rest or a long rest?
Depends. It is still technically like early morning, like 11 o'clock ish. So no, it's up to you guys.
I mean, I don't know.
You will take a determined rest, and we'll figure out
Yes.
when we come back.